right, y'all, welcome back for part 2 of the video. We're gonna pick up right where we left off. We're gonna go ahead today and take care of the cold side charge pipe, and we're also going to get into installing the hot side, which you can't see in here. What you need to do this step here is you need to remove the whole bumper, and you're also going to have to remove the pan, the metal pan down underneath, so you can access the hot side of the charge pipe. Yeah, it says 9, but we're at 7 days now. 7 days till track it. I went on to Illustrious Auto Styling's tutorial on how to tear down a Type R. He knows what he's doing. He's pretty much Type R king. He's had his since like day 1 when Type Rs came out. He wraps, so he knows what's up. He gave me the tips. Make sure you put your blue or green tape to protect your car, because these little areas will pop out, might scratch your car, or when you pop this out, it might scratch your fender, blah, blah, blah. It's not that big of a deal. One common mistake that I've seen people do is they remove all these screws here. I mean, all these push pins. You do not need to take these out. All you need to do to remove the bumper is remove all these clips along the edge here. And then once you remove the clips and the little push pins that are here, you're gonna want to use either a pry tool like I used, which was this guy here. I used this guy here, and this made life hell of a lot easier if I can get it to focus. Anyway, you guys get the idea. I used one of these, made life easy, and I'll show you why. In here, if you could see that little assembly area right there. Okay, so when you snap this thing into place, you have to stick the pry tool in here, and you're gonna push down on that tab right there. You guys can see it, that one right there. That releases the eyebrows and it lets you pull them out. There's 2 of them. Again, I'll link Illustrious Auto's a tutorial on how to do it, and I'll dig up PRL's installation guide for the charge pipes. Theirs was a printout, which is right there, but I'm sure there's some videos. I'll see who has it, I'll link it, and that way it can help you guys out handle stuff. 7 days. 7 days. He ain't ready for this. Told him if he wanted to do autocross in the R, and nah. I guess he's waiting for that NSX or something. You're so lucky I didn't record that. This guy almost tore out the side skirt. Anything else you want to break? I mean, we got plenty of time. 9 days, right? 7. We got 7. Anywho, back to the bumper deal. You gotta remove these 4 screws, including these 2 here, so you pop everything out. Remember, there's clips, I believe, all up in here and here. Be careful here. You don't want to pull too hard and tear them out. And here, there's also clips here. Be careful there too. You don't want to rip them out. If anything, use the right tools. I mean, we have them on deck. We use this and this to pull out our tabs. These are a pain in the butt, again, because these, if you can see the silhouette at least, these have a little pincher area that releases the tab. So when I was using it, I was trying to spin it into place, and then you hear a pop, and then it just pops right out. Don't force it. Remember, all these stupid clips break, and depending on how old your car is, mine's a 2019, the older it is, the more brittle these tabs get, and depending on where you stay at. All right, so again, for all of you guys who are paying attention in the last video and what I said at the very end, and if you didn't hear it, go ahead and watch the video in its entirety, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. But for you guys that were paying attention, then the second clue to what I'm giving away has something to do with the owner of that company right there. Okay, so keep thinking, and I'll give you the third clue. Remember when I said that it happened at I Heart Honda? So that has to match what was done in the interior of the car by the owner's spoon. So that's hint number 3. And then I'll keep giving you a hint as things keep going. Okay, spot check time. We're reinstalling the cold side charge pipe. This is the stock part that goes onto the intercooler. And this is the stock hose. Now you could see the difference in the hoses. I mean, look how soft this hose is compared to the PRL one. It doesn't feel that much thicker, but the PRL one has, you know, this blue inner liner, and if you notice, it's got quite a bit of strength woven into it compared to this guy. Looks like it's just got a hose and a single line of string. So yeah, so we went ahead and did this. Little bad news with the bumper removal. Looks like a few months ago when the dealership had my car, they had scratched my grill and they were replacing it. These motherfuckers did more damage to my car than anything, because I noticed that, if you can tell here, try and show it off. Right here it's broken. Right here they chipped my paint. They broke it right there. I'm assuming when they were trying to install them, trying to push in the plastic pry tool to release the tab that sits right here. And then they broke these two. You can see it. This one's on the verge of breaking. And this one's completely broken. We're all set here. Everything's pretty simple. Pretty 1, 2, 3. There's the PRL charge pipe. Coupler, I want to say. And then here's the piping. Now we did this, if you almost want to say out of order, just because of the way we started the project. Technically, PRL wants you to do this side first, then this, and last is the part that connects to the throttle body. We're on that part where you have to put in the hot side of the charge pipes. It is a little bit of a pain in the rear. The only reason why I'm saying is because you got to climb in under the car. You have to remove the metal pan, and I'll show you what you need to do underneath there.
You have a clamp that goes to the intercooler, which is the hot side, and there's the outlet for the turbo. Only thing tricky about the outlet for the turbo is for the stock coupler. It is on this side, so you have to get a small ratchet with a 10 mil to be able to even get back there, which is where my finger is at the moment. It's kind of hard to see right there. So you have to reach back there and get it. This side to the intercooler is pretty easy, as it's pretty accessible with the small ratchet. But now just to throw on the PRL, should be fine.
All right, boys, we're here at OMO picking up our intercooler. Super stoked about this. Been waiting for this thing for a minute. All right, OMO is one of our local parts people here. They always plug us up. They always treat us right. Come back and visit them anytime. It's time. It's time to put this back on. You ready to get to work? We're ready. Picked up the intercooler. Got our extra parts for the intake that we're gonna need once we get it. Finally, it felt like forever. First new parts for the R. Everything else we've gotten slightly used. Good looking out, Eric, over at PRL, for packing up my stuff. Muchas gracias. Some stickers. Yeah, we're moving here. That's right, 4 more days till we hit Willow Springs. Intercooler came in today. Replacing the intercooler is pretty simple on this car, especially if you stick with a PRL intercooler. Everything's direct bolt-on to the factory mounted areas. right, boys, I'm super stoked right now. Finally getting this taken care of. We're gonna remove the factory intercooler and replace it with this bad boy right here from PRL. 12 and then a 10 on each side, and we're good to go. All right, we're just gonna do the cliche mandatory side-by-side comparison, which everybody does, but that's the stock one. Really baby, really tiny. Look how narrow this thing is compared to, look at the girth on this bad boy. So you can see reference. End caps as well, a lot more beefier. We're about to take them out. But yeah, we're just gonna do a quick install here and we'll continue. Yeah, looking at this thing up close, really nice. CNC work, looked good. PRL, killed it. Now we're just gonna add the O-rings that PRL supplies you with. Just take your time when you're putting them on. Again, I know I say that a lot, but you don't wanna pinch it and create any kind of boost leaks later on down the road. We're gonna debate if we're gonna keep these plastic little little air deflectors or whatever, diffusers, whatever you want to call them. I think they'll fit. We'll figure it out once we get the bumper on and we go from there. We are gonna apply some Loctite to the screws just to make sure that they don't come loose down the road. Last thing you want to do is pull everything back out. We'll go ahead and apply a little bit of Loctite as well on the brackets that support the intercooler. Really nothing too crazy with it. It's your 4 bolts and then you put this stock bracket back on and you're all good, and then you slap the bumper on. I forgot to mention that once you attach the bumper, there are some push pins that hold those plastic pieces up. Easiest way is to remove the fog light covers, and that way you'll be able to access it with your fingers. Okay, that's it. She is in. Damn, looking girthy. Looking good with the PRL charge pipes installed. We are looking good, boys. Track day can't come any sooner at this point. Good looking out Mo on the plug for the PRL intercooler. When everyone said that you couldn't get it, oh, they got it. What back order? Good looking out, helping the Project R get on its feet. We're all set. I'm feeling a hell of a lot better now that we got the bumper back on. We went ahead and put on the PRL intercooler. Look at that girth. We're all set here. Takeda intake is back in, installed. We're gonna run with that. We should be getting the PRL one tomorrow. Today is Wednesday. Remember, we're at 4 days till track day, and I couldn't be any happier with the build so far. Everything we've put into this car is coming to fruition. We will pick up once we get the PRL intake put in. Once we do that, then we're gonna start running through our checklist of everything we're gonna need to head to the track, our jack stands, our extra tools and extra parts that we might need while we're out there, just in case. You never know, you always wanna be careful. So again, folks, stick with us. We're still rolling here. I know this video is starting to turn into a saga, but we're almost done. We're down at the last bit. And then shortly there, we'll start vlogging about our little experience to get to the track and once we're at the track. Welcome to TGI Friday. We finally made it to Friday, 1 day away from track day. Let me give you the scoop. Looks like, oh, by the way, welcome to the crib, folks. I'll give you a tour later. But let me give you some insight. Wednesday, we installed the intercooler. Everything went great, looks amazing, feels great. We took it out for a test drive. But we had another setback. Looks like the intake that was supposed to arrive over at JSR, it didn't get delivered for some reason. The FedEx guy thought that the shop was closed, or I don't know, whatever. So they didn't deliver it. The shop owner's gonna go pick it up this morning. He's gonna give me a call once it's at his shop so I can go pick it up. And then when I get back, if we get a chance, we'll go ahead and install it. If not, like I said in the previous installments, we'll just run the Takeda. We'll see how it feels with it at the track. And then on the next track day, we'll install the PRL one. I wanted to thank everybody again for watching this super long two-parter. Cheers, mates. Also, do me a gigantic favor. Hit the like buttons. We want to make sure we get some more notoriety to the channel so I can keep providing more content to you guys, more adventures. We're also gonna ask everybody to go ahead and help us get to 100 subscribers. We're almost there. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, tell your neighbors, tell the guy that's looking at you right now watching this video while you're at Starbucks. But anywho, let everybody know, get us to 100 so we can get the official giveaway all set up with all the entry rules that I'm gonna get for you guys. Remember, this is a good one. You guys are gonna really like it, but we need to get some more traffic to the channel. So help us out so I can help you out. All right, so cheers, mates. We'll see you guys at the track tomorrow.